Hello, today is April 21st, 2016. Jesus' sorrow for Jerusalem is what we read yesterday. So the last verse said, Jerusalem, Jerusalem, you who kill the prophets and stone those who sent you, how often I have longed to gather your children together as hens gather her chicks under the wings, and you were not willing. Okay, so this is what he's talking to the Pharisees. All right, Jesus at the Pharisees' house, Luke chapter 14 says, on the Sabbath day, one Sabbath day, when Jesus went to eat in the house of the prominent Pharisee, he was being carefully watched. There in front of him was a man suffering from an abnormal swelling in his body. Jesus asked the Pharisees and the experts in the law, is it lawful to heal on the Sabbath or not? But they remained silent, so taking hold of the man, he healed him. He healed him and sent him on his way. Then he asked them, if one of you has a child or an ox that falls into a well on the Sabbath day, will you not immediately pull it out? Then they had nothing to say. When he noticed how the guests picked the places of honor at a table, he told them this parable. When someone invites you to the wedding feast, do not take the place of honor for a person more distinguished that you may have been invited. If so, the host who invited both of you will come and say to you, give this person your seat. Then humiliated, you will have to take the least important place. But when you are invited, take the lowest place. So when your host comes, he will say to you, friend, move up to the better place. Then you will be honored in the presence of all the other guests. For all those who exalt themselves will be humble, and those who humble themselves will be exalted. Then Jesus said to his host, when you're giving a luncheon or a dinner, do not invite your friends, your brothers or sisters, your relatives, your rich neighbors. If you do, they may invite you back, so you will be repaid. But when you give a banquet, invite the poor, the crippled, the lame, and the blind, and you will be blessed. Although they cannot repay you, you will be repaid at the resurrection of the righteous. All right, so that's Jesus talking to some goodwill to the Pharisees at the Pharisees' house. Tomorrow we will read the parable of the great banquet, the cost of being a disciple, which is very interesting to me because I do believe it is a cost to be a disciple of Jesus in this day and age, and in that day and age for that matter. Okay, hopefully that was helpful for you, and please be blessed.